vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here. Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterback's trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. John Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, and Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are...
Snags it, and he's open. Past the 50, the 30, the 20. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wildcats. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Knocked down immediately.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Hand off for Brown. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw was really going to help out your team.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Look out! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Richardson. Runs through a man, he might have some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big 1st down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a 1st down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those 3rd downs. You don't want to give up explosives. What you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that 3rd down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hand off, Isaac Brown. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That 43-yard field goal attempt was well within his range, but he misfired, and they'll turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. 1st and goal from the 10. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pyre.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Working on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
In the backfield, it's Rodriguez. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
It just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right side, it's Anderson. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Still looking to his right. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Still running at the 40. Taking it the other way. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. This offense has it with really good field position. Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it with Baxter. And he's in. Touchdown, Wildcats. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the point after is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
When you talk Louisville offense, it's Isaac Brown, right? Everything goes through him and his ability to run the football. This guy's a home run hitter, toting the rock, catching the football. He's the guy, David, each and every week defenses have to key in on, and no question this year he is going to be the focal point of this Cardinals offense.
Nobody at the running back spot puts more fear in defenses than Brown. Like this.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. From the gun. Rushes on. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Trying to make one miss. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll ride him again. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They bring him down, but this is going to be a tough pill to swallow. That turnover is going to be negated by a penalty on the defense. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Breaks the tackle. On the move at the 30. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Out wide right, it's Anderson. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Wildcats line it up with a 1st and goal. Left side is Miller. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Baxter. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's third down. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Right side, it's Rodriguez. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. Coming out with it, it's Jennings. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 10 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Aggies coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And that caps off a banner season for this club, 10-2.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Out wide left, it's McCoy. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble.
Red 54! Red 54! Shredder!
Making the adjustment on the play. Out of the shotgun on third down. Left side, it's Reed. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Hand off for Baxter. Got the first down. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Caught in the backfield. It's Rodriguez. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go back to C.J. Baxter. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. C-A-T-S, Cats, as Kentucky builds this lead.
It feels like it's been a fast break on the basketball court here for a while now. Kentucky showing the speed all over the field, pulling away from Louisville.
Yeah, taking care of business, taking care of emotions. The battle, obviously, of Kentucky. They're doing everything they need to do.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Out wide right, it's Foley. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Just had to get rid of him.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Handoff, Baxter running left. tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Baxter again. There he goes. At the 20. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Kentucky! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Richardson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And, man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their...
How about that catch? Diving grab along the left sideline. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Just keep slinging it. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got some green grass. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out wide right, it's Anderson. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to
go. First play of this drive. Right side, it's Reed. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Reed. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the Cardinals with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you could just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Hand off for Baxter. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Finds his man on the RPO. He's trying to get it in. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Hauls it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. This drive will open from the 15. Play action on first down. Rolls right. Fires downfield. Makes a connection. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unloads it left. The short hands. It's McCoy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cardinals right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Second down, gonna throw it. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a...
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
With the lead late in the game, this defense right now knows that the opponent's going to be throwing the football. They're doing a nice job mixing up their coverages, but also changing their personnel, sometimes putting extra DBs on the field. That time, deep shot, 2 guys go up, and nobody comes down with it. The defense wins again.
On play action. Rush right in his face. And they got him. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Deep shot for the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Kentucky had the horses today, and they ran well down the backstretch and made it all the way to the wire to outlast Louisville and take home the Governor's Cup. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.